trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, for the record, for the record, for the record, for the record. Been a little too nice for y'all. Now I gotta upprice for y'all. Snake eyes and dice for y'all. Shoulders on ice for y'all. A6 all the hay. I'm working the ball today. Got lost in the ball and A's. I'm flipping the balls, I'm flipping the all record, I still count wins when they got it. All record, I let them take advantage. I was wildin'. All record deals. Tell them truck the college for the quote. All record, I still want the act, not the ghost. For the record, I'm done trying to make y'all comfortable. For the record, you ain't trying to grow, then it's done for you. For the record, lab on me going all the way. For the record, ain't trying to link, no time to waste. For the record, 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 for the record.
Vaping's kind of like a plague.
Vaping is upsetting.
When I see my friends vaping and talking about how they spent this much money and how they've gone through this many vapes this week, just like really, it doesn't give me a positive outlook.
Like having to watch people die due to nicotine. In high school, a lot of my friends did vape, and at times I did feel like peer pressure to do it. Definitely prioritize your health and make sure that you are doing what's best for you. And if you need help, to reach out for it. Don't be afraid.
With me today, we're gonna have a good time. You've convinced me. I'm ready to switch my account. Oh my gosh. Specific answer. They're learning quick. Can we Google it? Whatever. Okay. He's a quick study.
There's so many words I'm not saying. Be careful. It is a love story.
You bet it is.
Fair.
I wasn't done.
Ask the questions that you think are silly. Thank you for joining. Bye.
There's nothing better than a Subway Series footlong, except when you add a new footlong sidekick, like the boss with a new footlong cookie. This might be my favorite sidekick ever. What?
Every epic footlong deserves the perfect sidekick.
Find your passion. Find your people. Find your purpose. Find your superior.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to UWS Women's Soccer here on Yellow Jacket TV in an abbreviated pregame show sponsored by the National Bank of Commerce with locations in Superior, Poplar, Solon Springs, Esco, Hermantown, Hibbing, and Duluth. National Bank of Commerce, make more possible. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, where the Yellow Jackets returning home to take on Crown College here in Game 1 of our doubleheader in UMAC Conference action. The Yellow Jacket women coming into this contest today at 6-4-3 overall, 5-0-2 in the UMAC. They're in first place all alone here heading into the weekend's action. They haven't played since last Saturday, have the Yellow Jackets, when they met Northwestern at Reynolds Field in St. Paul, Minnesota for the second time this season. And for the second time here in 2025, the Yellow Jackets and Eagles played to a scoreless draw, or a draw anyway, this time scoreless, 0-0 contest in that one. In that game, offense was tough to come by for both sides as neither side created many quality scoring chances. The Eagles held a 9-4 edge in total shots in the first half, yet the two teams headed into the intermission scoreless. Offense continued to be at a premium in the second half as the two sides combined for just 9 total attempts after the break, while each side settled for a point in the conference standings. For the game, Northwestern held a 14-8 edge in total shots, including a 7-5 advantage in shots on goal. For the Yellow Jackets, Quinn Clark went all the way in goal, turning away all 7 shots she saw to post the shutout. With the draw, the Yellow Jackets now currently on a 6-0-2 run and haven't lost a game since dropping a 4-2 decision to UW River Falls back on September 13th. Meanwhile, Crown comes in here with a record of 1-10-2. They're 0-7-1 in the UMAC. Devin Chuba in his first season at the helm of the Crown program, they've lost 4 straight games, including dropping a 1-0 decision in Minnesota Morris on Wednesday. That game is played at Cougar Field down in Morris, Minnesota. In that contest, the Cougars scored the game's lone goal at 38-12 when Bella Toth netted her 3rd goal of the year off an assist from Ashlyn Polrise to give Minnesota Morris the victory. For the game, Morris held a 22-5 edge in total shots, including an 11-2 advantage in shots on goal. Rachel Fuller went all the way in goal for Crown, stopping 10 shots in that contest. So that's where the two teams stand here heading into Game 1 under sunny skies. Pretty good conditions for college soccer here in mid-October. Temperatures expected to reach the low to mid-50s, and so it should be a pretty pleasant playing surface here today for both teams at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. So that's the situation here as the Yellow Jackets meeting Crown for the second time here in the 2025 campaign. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break before we throw things back down onto the field for the introduction of the two teams by our public address announcer here at SCCU's Stadium, Carson Wilhorn. We'll play the national anthem, and then we'll have the opening kick of Game 1 of our doubleheader between the Yellow Jacket women and Crown. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is UWS Women's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
Good afternoon, soccer fans, and welcome to Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium for today's Upper Midwest Athletic Conference women's soccer match featuring the Crown Polars and your University of Wisconsin Superior Yellow Jackets. At this time, let's meet the starters for today's match, beginning with the visiting Polars. Number 1, Rachel Fuller. Number 3, Alethea Swamberg. Number 7, Olivia Leiden. Number 8, Ava Chu. Number 11, Layla Kerr. Number 12, Camille Ring. Number 14, Ellie Schombacher. Number 16, Sophia Beck. Number 18, Ashley Van Anderheiden. Number 26, Hayden Peterson. And number 28, Abby Underdahl. The head coach of Crown is Evan Chuba. He is assisted by Ella Ladd. And now, the starting lineup for your Yellow Jackets. A senior from Duluth, Minnesota, wearing number 0, Quinn Clark. A junior from Duluth, Minnesota, wearing number 3, Cameron Hill. A senior from Wausau, Wisconsin, wearing number 6, Beth Schneider. A senior from Wayzata, Minnesota, wearing number 9, Bryn Crystal. A senior from Two Harbors, Minnesota, wearing number 10, Megan Bergerson. A sophomore from Brookfield, Illinois, wearing number 11, Neve Larson. A freshman from Winona, Minnesota, wearing number 15, Kasha Kovala. A sophomore from Ashland, Wisconsin, wearing number 18, Sonia Root. A junior from Rockford, Illinois, wearing number 19, Abby Carlson. Where is it? A sophomore from Iowa City, Iowa, wearing number 27, Claire Loria. And a freshman from Rapid City, South Dakota, wearing number 32, Charlie Lindsay. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets in this first season is Nick Piazza. He is assisted by Will Mindstrom, Brandon Johnson, and Melissa Hansen. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise and face the flag if you are able, and fans kindly remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So the national anthem has been played. The two teams have been introduced by our public address announcer here for the afternoon, Carson Wilhorn, and we are moments away from getting this one underway between the Yellow Jackets and Crown. Second meeting of the season between these two teams. We'll talk more about that first meeting in just a moment. Some serious notes between the two sides. The Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series with Crown 21 wins and 1 loss since their first matchup way back on August 29th of 2008. The Polars took the first matchup by a score of 2-0 in St. Bonifacius, Minnesota, but since then, the Yellow Jackets have taken 21 straight contests in the series, including posting a 3-0 shutout victory in the two teams' first meeting this season. That was played back on September 20th at Old National Bank Stadium down in St. Bonifacius. In that contest, UWS got goals from Sophie Adler at 39-48, Cameron Hill at 68-58, and Neve Larson at 73-31, while holding a 24-1 advantage in total shots, including a 14-1 margin in shots on goal. For UWS, Quinn Clark went all the way in goal to get the shutout, while Rachel Fuller made 11 saves in goal for the Polars. This is a matchup of two of the best goalkeepers in the conference, by the way, Clark and Fuller. Fuller was first-team All-Conference a year ago in goal for Crown. She made some big saves in the first matchup between these two teams, by the way, and we'll keep an eye on her as the afternoon wears along. The opening kick today, as always, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, Northern Wisconsin's Island Getaway. Yellow Jackets after today will hit the road for a few games before they return home. It'll be next at home for Coach Nick Piazza and company on the 28th of this month. That'll be a Tuesday, by the way. Late start time on that one. That'll be a game against McAllister in non-conference action. 7:30, the opening kick there. That's the latest start we'll have all year. 7:15, the pregame. That'll be a joint broadcast, by the way, on both 91.3 FM, KUWS locally, and also here on Yellow Jacket TV for those of you who may be listening outside of the Duluth Superior area. As the opening kick, sponsored by Barker's Island Inn, is taken here by Neve Larson. And we are underway. Thank you for joining us. Game one. Beautiful conditions here. It was pretty cloudy, actually, at the start of the day. But the skies have opened up a little bit. The clouds are beginning to dissipate, and we anticipate having pretty darn good conditions for both this one and the men's game, which will come up about half hour after we go final here in game number one. In the meantime, the Yellow Jackets right now in the midst of an 8-game unbeaten streak, 6-0-2 in their last 8 contests as UWS heading into this one here today. Yellow Jackets haven't lost in over a month now. That last loss against UW River Falls. Although this is an interesting situation for the Yellow Jacket women. We'll talk more about that as the game moves on. They play another non-conference game tomorrow against St. Kate's. So this is the first of a back-to-back for UWS. 2 games in less than 24 hours. And the Yellow Jackets will be on the road tomorrow to take on the Wildcats down in St. Paul. So busy next couple of days here for UWS. Jackets coming into this one, as I mentioned, in first place all alone in the conference standings at 5-0-2, while Crown bringing up the rear at the moment in the conference at 0-7-1. In the meantime, now the Crown trying to play it through the middle. Here's Cam Hill for UWS. Hill, who had a goal in the first matchup between these two back on the 20th, sends the ball toward the top of the 18, where it'll be brought down here. This is Kasha Kovala for UWS, two-sport athlete, by the way. Also will play women's hockey once the soccer season is over. In the meantime, here's a ball off in the corner now. Flag stays down. Here's Hill. Hill with the left-footed ball toward the 6, and that one will be scooped up by Fuller. Rachel Fuller, as I mentioned, first-team All-Conference a year ago in goal for Crown. Fuller, who has played every minute in goal so far this season for Crown. She's getting up 43 goals. Has a goals against a 3.31. He's made 118 saves and is 0-10-2 on the season. Meanwhile, for the Yellow Jackets, Quinn Clark getting her 13th appearance of the season. Her goals against 1.13, made 59 saves. Her record 6-3-3 coming into this one here thus far. Jackets so far have scored 29 goals on the season while having given up 17. Crown on the other side of the equation. They've scored 10 while giving up 43 here thus far in 2025. As play continues in the Crown end of the field here. Ball through the middle off the foot of UWS's Cameron Hill. Now to the outside, here's Sonia Root for UWS. The sophomore will play it outside for Claire Laria. And now on the other side, here's Abby Carlson. Expect Crown to play a lot behind the ball today. As Megan Bergerson, one of the 3 team captains for the Jackets, will play it wide. Beth Schneider will track that one down, plays it back now. Here's Charlie Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets, freshman from Rapid City, the Rapid City area of South Dakota, as the ball now coming near side. Abby Carlson, now her ball deflects off of a Crown back. Now it's cleared back for Carlson. And out toward the edge of the 18, here's Neve Larson, UWS's leading scorer. Larson, left-footed ball into the 6-yard area. Trying to get there first. Now it's Cam Hill. Hill turning, getting a shot away, and that one bounces in on goal, and it's grabbed on a hop here by Fuller. She'll hold on to it. Fuller had 11 saves the first time these two teams met. And she will give it a ride here back toward midfield. Root for the Yellow Jackets to the middle now. Larson trying to turn. She'll turn and will get a shot away from about 30 yards out. She's capable of scoring from out there. And that one skips in, grabbed by Fuller, and she'll run it to the top of her box now. And she gives the ride back toward midfield. Root will collect for UWS. Now Lindsley. Megan Bergerson starting in the middle defensively here today. Claire Lilly playing on the right side. Now Beth Schneider losing her footing. And that allows the Polars now to come back the other direction. Well, toward the middle, this is for Camille Ring. Ring trying to bring it down now for the Polars. And now it's Bergerson. Layla Kerr coming over to meet her, and now Clark will come off of her line and scoop it up. First action she's seen here, nearly 5 minutes into this opening half. And now Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. Picking out fellow freshman Kasha Kovala. Kovala for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to switch it near side, underhit it just a bit. And now the Polars have it back. Hayden Peterson playing it in the middle. UWS's Kovala will pick it off, and now UWS will reset here. Laria for the Jackets in the middle. Bergerson will switch it. Here's Lindsley now. Kovala checking back. Now Laria for Abby Carlson. Carlson for the Yellow Jackets has a runner in Bryn Crystal. Tried to get her the ball, and now she'll play it back. Now here's Cam Hill. And that pass picked off. And now the Polars will send it over the midfield stripe. It will come rolling near side, and it'll make its way out of play. It'll be a throw here for UWS. And Laria throws it in here for Carlson. Abby Carlson for UWS. Finds its way right back for Carlson, the junior. First time touch now from Neve Larson, trying to trigger it outside for Crystal. And the Polars now will play it back. Here is Rachel Fuller, and Fuller will just spray it out of play near side. It'll be a throw now coming up for UWS near sideline. Laria on the toss here. Looking for Cam Hill. This one will be headed out of play. And it's going to be our first corner kick opportunity of the game. Neve Larson will take it. 7 goals, 5 assists for the sophomore from Illinois. She'll go over and take this one now on the right side. Jackets right now flooding the box with 6 players. The Polar is going to zonally mark here near the top of their 6. Beth Schneider standing on the goal line here as Larson plays it. And slice it off the outside of her right foot. It'll go out of play. It'll be a goal kick here coming up. Fuller will line this one up. And she gives a ride now near side. Laria for UWS to the outside. Now Carlson playing it on. Now here's Larson. Neve Larson now stutter stepping. Takes it wide. So crossing in the middle, and it'll be nabbed there. Making the run through the middle was Kovala. That one will be grabbed by Fuller on a hop, and she'll hold on to it here. Rachel Fuller, 5'10 junior from Becker, Minnesota. And she'll go to right back toward midfield. Charlie Lindsley now for UWS. She'll touch it wide. Now here's Beth Schneider back for Lindsley. And now the Jackets will switch the field. Here's Laria. Bryn Crystal now checking back. And the 3 team captains. Crystal now having a look. She'll lob it over the top now. Well played ball there for Carlson. Abby Carlson now crossing it into the 6. There's a shot attempt. Kovala didn't get as much on it as she wanted to. She was coming down the middle there looking for it, and like I said, didn't get as much contact as she wanted. Off the inside of her foot. That one was grabbed here by Fuller. First really good chance for the Jackets. Kovala could square that one up. She would have had a good chance on goal there. Unable to do so. Fuller gives it a ride to the far side, and we're still scoreless. Now it's Kovala near midfield. Switching it now. Here's Claire Laria. Laria, Larson. Outside Abby Carlson. Continuing on now. Here's Neve Larson. Larson, edge of the 18, crosses it inside, takes a deflection, and there's a Crown player down. And she pops right back up. That always a concern when it goes up toward the head area, but it'll be a corner kick here. Larson will go over and take it. Larson lifting it in toward the area. Here's a volley attempt again by Kovala. Just an active start to this one with the left foot. Just left it wide. And a goal kick here coming up for Fuller. Fuller's goal kick. Kovala the first to meet it. Kasha Kovala now for UWS. Trying to play it wide. Fuller's able to clear it back toward midfield. It's Hayden Peterson trying to win it for the Polars. Now the Jackets will take over. And this one will go out of play near side. It'll be a throw here for Crown. Throw comes in near side. Jackets now taking it back. Bren Crystal back for Laria. Jackets will switch the field now as Laria sends it to the far side for Charlie Lindsley. Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets comes across the midfield stripe. Now Cam Hill. Hill now playing it off in the corner. Foot race over there now. Beth Schneider will get there first. Schneider for the Yellow Jackets. Larson coming to the near side now. She'll lay it back. Lindsley. Sonia Root now will play it back to the outside. Now Neve Larson. Trying to play a ball over the top. Crystal, I think, was maybe in an offside position, and therefore the ball will roll out of play. It'll be a goal kick here coming up again. Jackets coming today, by the way, averaging just about 18 shots per game this season as Fuller gives this one a ride back near side. Popped up in the air now. Trying to turn with it. Kovala instead now falls for Beth Schneider. Now out on top is Crystal. Bren Crystal for the Yellow Jackets. Playing in the middle now, Cam Hill. Has Schneider wide. And goes to Beth Schneider with the pass. Now back for here's Cam Hill. Here's the shot attempt, and that one taken by Beth Schneider, saved by Fuller as she punches it out of play at the far side post. It'll be another corner kick, number 3 here so far in the first 12 minutes for UWS. Neve Larson will take it with that right foot. Said she'll play it short here. Laying it back, Larson sends it in. Save made again by Fuller. Crystal will send it right back. Now here's Schneider. Larson trying to send it in. And what's the call here? They call a handball? Okay, yeah, it was a handball. Everybody stopped. But I did not hear a whistle, and I didn't see any indications, so they're going to call a handball on UWS. And it'll be a free kick now for Crown. And Fuller will give it a ride. Crystal for the Yellow Jackets now coming back to claim it. So send it wide now. Here's Charlie Lindsley. Megan Bergerson for UWS. Switching it near side. Here's Laria. Bergerson. Hill trying to play it in the middle now. Here's Neve Larson. Larson has Carlson with her. Does well to pick her out with the pass. Abby Carlson now. Laying toward the edge of the 6. Laid off there by Neve Larson. Cleared away by the Polars. Now Root. Sonia Root now. Lindsley will take a shot, and that one will bounce wide of the target. Crown's sinking a lot of players here so far in the opening 15 minutes or so. 5 at the back, it appears, here at the start of this one. This looks like 3 midfielders playing more of a defensive role here, so the Polars have 8 players playing pretty consistently at the back line here to start this one. As Abby Underdahl now sends it back toward midfield, Lindsley will pick it off. Beth Schneider. Megan Bergerson now for UWS. Laria. Crystal. Abby Carlson. Carlson now. Here's Neve Larson. Larson trying to cross it in, and that one will deflect out. It'll be a throw here for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley getting a start in place of Mercedes Burmeister, by the way, today for UW Superior. As the ball comes in now, Laria. Abby Carlson. Bryn Crystal now in the corner. Crystal for Neve Larson, and Larson's touch a little too heavy. Another goal kick here coming up. 15 minutes, 14 seconds into this first half. Jackets have had a couple of good looks. One especially for Kasha Kovala in the opening 15 minutes, but no score as of yet. Yes, Fuller will line this one up. Kovala now for the Yellow Jackets, back for Lindsley. Lindsley in the middle now. Bergerson will track this one back. Megan Bergerson for UWS. Now for Bryn Crystal. Crystal taking a look up. Now sending a ball far side. Fuller will come off of her line and she'll grab it. Not a bad idea. Fuller read it well. Fuller now will go to ride toward midfield. Crystal. Underdahl now tracking back. Check it. It's Camille Ring. Ring against Bergerson, and that one will go out of play. Throw now for Crown. Sophia Beck will take the throw here for the Polars. Now back in the middle. Cam Hill now intercepting. Playing it forward. Larson keeping it in. Took it away from Alethea Swanberg, and now will be cleared out of play for a Yellow Jacket throw. Abby Carlson will take the toss here near side. And the throw comes in now. Here's Root. And then the return pass for Carlson. She couldn't keep it in. It'll be a throw now coming up. For the Polars, there's the toss in now for Peterson. And out off the Yellow Jackets again here. Neither team warming up anybody at the moment. As the throw comes in now from Beck. Laria now playing it all the way back for Bergerson. And Bergerson now will send it to the far side. Here's Beth Schneider. Kovala. She'll switch it now back for Claire Laria. Laria. Bryn Crystal's ball now toward the corner looking for Larson, and it'll be touched out here. Ellie Schonbacher clearing it away for the Polars. Throw coming up for the Jackets, taken by Carlson. Here's Cam Hill. Hill for the Jackets. Turning, sending it back post. Might even clip the post. I can't quite tell from my angle, but it'll be a run down either way by Beth Schneider. Now back, Sonia Root for UWS. And that one will go out of play far side. Throw coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Charlie Lindsley, the freshman, will take it. Schneider, Lindsley. Schneider able to keep it in, at least momentarily. Olivia Leiden out for Crown. We'll play it to the far side, looking for Layla Kerr. Root taking it back. Now here's Cam Hill. Hill will turn. So get a shot in, and it'll bounce in, and it'll be grabbed here by Fuller. Fuller sending a ball toward midfield. Now Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. And she overcooks that pass to the corner.
Fans, don't forget to sign up today for today's game of Tic-Tac-Toe, sponsored by Southern. It's free to enter, and you can win a gift certificate for a free footlong sandwich. Register at the Quick Trip Fan Services table near the stadium entrance.
Goal kick here coming up for Fuller. Neve Larson bringing that down for the Jackets. Now played in the Yellow Jacket territory. Running back for it now will be Lindsley, and all the way back for Quinn Clark. Clark now to the far side. Bergerson for UWS. Under hitter pass, near side. Peterson intercepted. And it'll go out of play. Throw here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Claire Laria will take it. In for Larson. Neve Larson. Trying to turn. Miscommunication there. Now here's an opportunity perhaps for Camille Ring. Ring now for Crown coming in. Buy it off nicely there by Bergerson. Grabbed by Quinn Clark, and she'll roll it to the far side now. Root. Lindsley now coming forward. Sending a ball in the middle. Popped in the air now with the right foot by Beck. Kovala for the Jackets now. We'll square it to the outside for Laria. There, Laria. Abby Carlson. Now Laria will collect this one near side. Gets around Peterson. Laria. And then that pass. Too much weight on it. And UWS is going to make 3 substitutions now on this goal kick opportunity for Rachel Fuller. Emma Wright coming in for the Jackets. Also Brooke Judnick in. And a goal kick now coming up here. There's Fuller's ball. Coming up the middle. Kovala for the Yellow Jackets. Kasha Kovala. She'll square it outside now for Laria. Laria now. Crystal. The short passes so far have been read pretty well by Crown. There's not a lot of space, in the middle at this moment in time. Now ball into space. Here's Cam Hill. Hill with a shot attempt, and that one will go wide. Bryn Johnson also in on the far wing for the Jackets. She's on that left side. As Fuller will have another goal kick here. More than halfway home in this first 45 minutes. No score, Yellow Jackets and Crown. First of two here on the afternoon from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Goal kick by Fuller's headed down now near side. Here's Emma Wright. Right for the Yellow Jackets. Got to pick out Judnick in the middle. That one headed away by the Polars. Crystal for the Yellow Jackets. Now we'll play it back. Here's Root. Sonia Root. Judnick stepping over that one, excuse me. And then played out on the far side there by Ashley Vander Heiden for a Yellow Jacket corner kick. Like Bryn Johnson will be the one to take it. The freshman from Superior lining this one up. Jacket's going to flood the 18 here. Johnson's ball now skipping in near the 6. Not cleared. Kind of laying there for a second, and finally the Polars will send it back toward midfield. Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets now will send it back. Here's Megan Bergerson to the far side now. Johnson playing it on now for Judnick, who's off into the corner, and the flag will go up. She's offside. And a free kick for the Polars. Can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets? Tune in to Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garber and me throughout the year as we sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. Under 20 minutes remaining now in the half. No score as of yet. Swanberg will take the free kick here for Crown. Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. Now Kovala. Dispossessed by the Polars on the far side. And a foul going to be called on UWS. Reminder at halftime, we'll have our first half summary. Look at the first half stats. We'll also catch you up on all the goings on with Yellow Jacket Athletics. All that coming up in just over 19 minutes of game time here. And as usual, our halftime programming will be sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. In the meantime, free kick now for the Polars on the far side. Layla Kerr losing possession. Now it's Brooke Judnick. Sonia Root's ball now, partially deflected. Trying to get it for Emma Wright. Now on the near side, it's Laria. Claire Laria now making a turn. Laria, and then her pass for Judnick was behind her. Cleared away. Bren Crystal for UWS. Judnick now to the far side. Here is Charlie Lindsley. Lindsley. Bryn Johnson now on the far side. Johnson crossing it. Dangerous ball. Back post. Nobody there, though, in a white jersey, and it'll go out of play for a goal kick. Pretty good looking ball out from the right foot there of the Superior native, Bryn Johnson. And substitutions now both ways. Caroline Gore going to check in for the first time. Lily Clocker also in for UWS. Julia Taylor also in, as is Julia Lindau. So both Julias are on the field now. And Fuller will take the goal kick. Gore for the Yellow Jackets, intercepting that one now. Playing it wide. Right. Leaves it back now, Gore. Caroline Gore for UWS. Angling a ball far side and overshot Lindau. Like I said, right now, Crown pushing everything to the outside. Jackets haven't been using the wings as well. Ball movement probably just a little too slow right now to break it down. Short passes here for the Jackets. Try to find some space somewhere on the wings. Gore now playing into the middle. Clocker trying to run that one down. Polars now lift it back toward midfield. Here's Lindsley. Charlie Lindsley will go all the way back. Megan Bergerson. To the near side now, Laria. Claire Laria. Emma Wright. For Clocker, back for Emma Wright. Right now running into the corner. Now Laria. Lifting and inviting ball toward the 6. Judnick can't find it. Crown able to clear it back up the middle to the feet of Charlie Lindsley. And now that one will go out of play. It'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets. Far side, just over a quarter of an hour remaining. First half, no score. Jackets have had virtually all of the possession here so far. Had a couple of good looks, but nothing in the back of the net thus far. As Laria now near side. Here's Emma Wright. Right now on the turn. Leaves it nicely for Laria. Laria back for Wright. Emma Wright playing it toward the top of the 18. Cleared back now. Lindahl will run it down. Caroline Gore will turn. She'll get a shot in, and that one will be grabbed here by Fuller as she was ranging to her left. Actually, to her right. And she'll hold on to it here. And off the punt, it's sent out of play by Caroline Gore. It'll be a throw now for Crown. Here comes the throw now far side. Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. Laria. Clocker for the Yellow Jackets. Actually, that's Julia Taylor playing it wide. Now Gore picking out Bryn Johnson on the wing. Plays the ball now into the corner. And Lindahl trying to play it in with the left foot. And Fuller is going to take as much time as she needs to here, just trying to kill the clock. Now the Polars coming in the Yellow Jacket territory. Clocker able to turn it back now for UWS. Wide now, Emma Wright. Julia Taylor. Taylor now. Not sure where that pass was trying to go there. She had a couple of runners with her, decided to cut back instead. Now Gore. She'll turn it over. And then sent right back to the Yellow Jackets over the midfield line here by the Polars. Running it down will be Lindsley. Bergerson now. This one will go out of play now. Throw coming up. Here's Laria. Judnick. Now on the far side, Lindahl with the touch. Trying to release Judnick, and now it'll be grabbed by Fuller. 12 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half. No score thus far. Bergerson now to the near side. Here's Laria. Judnick. Playing it wide now. Here's Emma Wright. Took the wrong angle, and it'll go out of play. Throw comes in, and it'll be out of play now. Throw for the Yellow Jackets. And now foul going to be called on UWS near the top of the 18. Free kick now to the far side of the field. Bergerson now off the pass. Luria. Playing it wide now. Emma Wright. Taylor now will leave it. Here's Clocker. Luria. Now Gore will bring it down on the right foot. And Gore will play it out. It'll be another throw here for UWS. Luria on the said throw. Judnick. And another goal kick here. Throw now for the Yellow Jackets, far side. Lindau now for UWS. Well played ball now looking for Bryn Johnson, and that one will be cleared away. Lindau will turn. She'll get a shot away, and that one will go wide. Jackets showing a lot of long-range shots here so far in this first half. Haven't been particularly accurate with them either. They've been pretty much to the outside and off of frame. Reminder, halftime coming up in about 8 minutes, 45 seconds. Our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We'll have our first half summary. Look at the first half stats. As here's the ball now. Steps through. Here's Judnick now coming through. The ball's still loose. Taylor now playing it back in toward the middle. Now Gore for the Yellow Jackets. Taylor to the outside. Lindsley now for UW Superior. And playing it into space where no one was, and will be grabbed here. Fuller giving it right back toward midfield. Headed wide now. Lindau for the Yellow Jackets, picking it up. And she'll send it to the near side now. Here's Luria. Lily Clocker. Taking it on now, Emma Wright. Right now taking it toward the corner. So peel off, play it back now for Clocker. Now Wright. Clocker, edge of the 18. And it'll be cleared out off of Lily Clocker. Moving's just too slow right now for the Jackets. I'm going to have to make an adjustment on that in the second half. Here's the throw now coming in. Abigail Sheets for Crown, dispossessed by Clocker. Now Taylor. Gore. Gore turns and gets a shot away, and that one will be grabbed here by Fuller. Fuller giving it right back toward midfield. Taylor now. Playing it wide and overhit it. See if Wright can run it down. She can. Well done by Emma Wright. Playing it toward the 6. And Clocker went with the left foot and completely whiffed on it. And it's cleared out. off of Crown, so the Jackets will get a corner kick opportunity of it, but Lily Clocker had a great look in the 6. Corner kick now, Johnson will take it near side. Bryn Johnson lifting it backside. And we're going to have a push in the back now called against the Yellow Jackets. It's Gore that will be whistled for it. Too bad Lily Clocker couldn't sort her feet out on that one. Now Gore taking that one to the near side with Luria. Now Clocker. Back outside for Luria. Heavy touch from Clocker. Now the freshman picks it back up again. Try to Lindsley. Clocker now back outside, Emma Wright. Right now taking it to the wide side now in the middle. Taylor whiffs on one in the middle. Gore. Lindsley will try from distance, and that one will be tipped over the net here by Fuller. Four minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the half. Jackets are piling up the shots now, 14 of them. In fact, 9 of them have been on target, but nothing in the back of the net so far. Johnson will take this one. Clock is stopped momentarily at 4:18. And they'll restart on contact here from Johnson, near side corner flag. Single ball back post. Over the top of everybody. Lindell will run it down. Tips it back into the 18. Luria trying to turn. She'll get a shot away. That one toward the back post. Now Johnson with the attempt, and that one will be stopped as well. Fuller will hang on to this one. So give it a ride toward midfield. Taylor for the Yellow Jackets. Playing it wide now, Emma Wright. Right now for the Jackets. Edge of the 18. In toward the 6. Back up the middle now. Julia Taylor will lift it in on goal, and that one will take a high hop, and it'll be grabbed here by Fuller. And now that one will go out of play far side. Will be a throw here coming up. This will be going to the 3-minute mark remaining. Opening half. Series of throws on the far side. Now the Jackets will put it in here with Lindsley. Bergerson, here's Luria. Throw here coming up for the Yellow Jackets. Luria will take it. Score now coming forward. 135 and counting remaining first half. And Gore's pass to the outside. That'll be cleared away. Lindo now will play it to the far side. Lindsley. Bryn Johnson now. 40 seconds remaining in the half. Thing it inside. Clocker. Let that one go, and it's grabbed by Fuller. And Fuller will run this one down. Looking like we're going to be scoreless at the break despite a heavy advantage in shots here for the Yellow Jackets. Lindau now leaving it, and that's how the half will end. 45 minutes up, 45 minutes down here so far. Still 45 minutes to play. Thankfully for the Yellow Jackets, because they have not found a way to get any really good scoring opportunities here in this first half. And they got some adjustments to make. Scoreless at the break. We'll take a quick break with the teams, and we'll come back with our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated after this. This is UWS Women's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium as we jump into our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, providing concrete, masonry, and designs of the Twin Ports and the surrounding area. Hovland Incorporated, 218-722-1662. Statistically, in that first half, despite no score here in this one, it was all Jackets, but all the stats in the world are not going to put a ball in the back of the net, and the Jackets had several opportunities getting inside the 18, especially in the last about 10-15 minutes, but some players and some opportunities went by the wayside just for balls going off the side of feet. A couple times players couldn't get their footing sorted out. A lot of long-range attempts as well from the Jackets. A few of them made on target, but despite clear domination of that first 45 minutes, the Jackets and the Polars are scoreless here as we jump into our first half numbers here. UWS holding a 16-0 edge in shots, including 11-0 in the shots on goal. 6 corner kicks, all of them for the Yellow Jackets. There's only been a total of 4 fouls, all of them called on the Jackets so far. And there's been 1 offside call against UWS. As far as goalkeeper saves in that opening half, Quinn Clark barely saw the ball in the opening 45 minutes. Therefore, she has no shots against and no saves to have made. Meanwhile, Rachel Fuller, as we expected, very busy in that first half. 16 total shots came her direction. 11 of them were on target. And she made all 11 saves 45 minutes into this one. So those are your numbers. No score between the Yellow Jackets and Crown. Jackets going to have to make some adjustments, like I said. Try to get some goals up on the board here, because they didn't show a lot for those 16 shots they took in that opening 45 minutes. Nevertheless, we are scoreless 45 minutes into this one, and with that being the case, we'll take another break and come back with more of our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, including a look at what else is going on with Yellow Jacket Athletics. That's coming up in about 2 minutes. This is UWS Women's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. It's about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Crown Polars. And with that time, we'll give you a quick update on what else is going on with Yellow Jacket Athletics. Men's soccer now at 9-5 overall, 7-0 in the UMAC. But they're coming off of a very frustrating outing yesterday, allowing a season-high 7 goals on the way to falling to St. John 7-2 in Collegeville, Minnesota. The 7 goals given up were the most the Yellow Jackets have surrendered in a game. It's also allowing 7 goals to eventual national champion St. Olaf and a 7-1 setback in the first round of the 2023 NCAA tournament down in Northfield, Minnesota. So it's been a while since the Jackets have given up that many goals in a men's soccer contest. UWS's goals came from Orlando Furlman at 9-16, by the way, and Taylor Moore at 76-55. As St. John's held a 17-16 edge in total shots, including a 12-8 advantage in shots on target. Patrick Sessions and Henry Rulin split time and goal, combining for 4 saves. Jackets will be right along these same airwaves here for Game 2 of our doubleheader, so stick around for that. We'll be taking on Crown for the second time here at SCCU Stadium. 3:30 p.m. the opening kick there, tentative time, of course, there. And about 3:15, 3:20 the pregame with yours truly, so stick around for that, as I mentioned later on this afternoon. Volleyball, coming into the day, was at 15-7 overall. 4-1 in the UMAC, and they won their 5th straight last night down in Crown College, 3-1 in UMAC conference action at the Wild Athletic Center in St. Bonifacius, Minnesota last night. In that contest, the Yellow Jackets defeated the Polars by set scores of 25-11, 25-14, 18-25, and 25-15 for the match. UWS hit 194 as a team and were led by McKenna Hobein with 14 kills and 18 digs. Colleen Claude and Gabby Schwartz both posted double-doubles from the center position, with Claude finishing with 24 assists and 16 digs, while Schwartz had 18 assists and 14 digs. Savannah Herring paced the effort defensively for the Jackets with 19 digs, while Caitlin Jones added 13 digs for UWS as well. They played earlier today, taking on Minnesota Morris at 12 p.m. They'll next be at home Friday, October 31st against North Central. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening serve at the Merge. 6:45 will be the pregame. That'll be on Yellow Jacket TV only. Men's and women's cross country. Both teams are currently competing at the Augustana Interregional at Saki Golf Course in Rock Island, Illinois. Men's race started at 11 a.m. this morning, while the women's race began 45 minutes later at 11:45. For full results on how the Jackets did out there, you can go to uwsyellowjackets.com. Women's tennis at 5-2 overall. They close out the fall portion of their schedule with a 7-0 sweep of McAllister last Saturday down at Cloquet, Minnesota. They'll next be in action after the beginning of the new year. Saturday, February 26th, they'll be taking on Concordia Moorhead at the Duluth Indoor Sports Center. And last but not least, men's tennis at 2-1 overall. They also close out the fall portion of their schedule with a 4-1 win over McAllister at the Cloquet High School course down in Cloquet as well. They'll next be in action again after the first of the year. Friday, February 13th, taking on UW Eau Claire at the John and Faye Menard YMC Tennis Center down in Eau Claire. So that's your Yellow Jacket sports summary as we bring our halftime programming. Sponsored by Hovland Incorporated to a close. Both teams back out on the field for half number 2 here. Let's see what the Yellow Jackets can make some adjustments based on what we saw in that opening 45 minutes. It'll be Crown that'll kick things off here to begin the second 45 minutes. Jackets will be going from right to left. Again, our next broadcast of Yellow Jacket women's soccer coming up 10 days from now, Tuesday the 28th against McAllister, right here at SCCU Stadium. That'll be a joint broadcast with yours truly on the call, 91.3 FM KUWS, and on Yellow Jacket TV. That'll be a 7:30 p.m. opening kick, 7:15 the pregame, with yours truly. In the meantime, it is Camille Ring standing over this one for Crown. And we are underway here. Half number 2, no score. Jackets with a 16-0 edge in shots in that first half, including 11-0 in shots on goal, but nothing in the back of the net. As a result, we are scoreless here as we begin the second half of play. Joshua Kovala now for the Jackets, who was one of the better players for UWS in that opening 45 minutes. Playing it back now, here's Lindsley. Laria now for the Jackets to the far side. Abby Carlson. Brooke Judnick, who gets a start here in the second half. Her ball to the wing. That will be picked off. Looking for Bryn Crystal. That one intercepted. And now it's Sonia Root for UWS. Lindsley for UW Superior. To the near side, Beth Schneider. Now Root. Gasha Kovala. Kovala going to the far side now. Carlson. Crystal will lay it back. Kovala. Crowd now has 10 players behind the ball. Lindsley's ball toward the 18. That one's intercepted. And that's going to be the first foul call of the game against Crown. Ava Chu taking down Kasha Kovala about 25, 30 yards away from goal. And now it'll be a free kick. Cameron Hill, one of the Yellow Jacket team captains, standing over this one on the right foot. Four-player wall, looks like now for the Polars. Crown going to hold the line top of the 18, and now Hill. And she hits that one well wide and off the target to the right. 17 shots now and counting for UWS. Still nothing in the back of the net as we're 2 minutes into this second half. Goal kick here coming up for Rachel Fuller, who made 11 stops in the opening 45 minutes. Now she gives it a ride toward midfield. Ring coming back to get it for Crown. Now Underdahl. Playing it in the middle. Now here's Bryn Crystal for the Jackets. Bergerson to the far side. Carlson will lay it back. Laria now for the Jackets. I'm not sure she meant to hit it there, but ends up falling for Brooke Judnick. Judnick now lifting it. Here's Hill, and the flag goes up. Offside against UWS. Second time the Jackets been called on that one so far here today. Free kick taken by the Polars now toward midfield. Laria. There's Bryn Crystal. To the outside now. Carlson. Laria now on the throw here for UWS. Sonia Root for the Yellow Jackets. Playing it off in the corner. Carlson trying to muscle her way forward. That one will be cleared away by the Polars. Will be another throw. Throw now for Bryn Crystal. Crystal, edge of the 18. Now Root. Root now lifting it in with the left foot. Fuller punching it, parrying it toward Beth Schneider, who will run this one back. Now Kovala. Looking for Hill. Cam Hill across the face of goal, and that one will be cleared over the end line now off of Alethea Swanberg, and it'll be a corner kick. Number 7 for the Jackets here so far. Crystal will take this one near side flag. Crystal now lifting it into the 18, headed by Cam Hill. Now back up the middle. Here's Judnick with the shot. That one's cleared off the line by Layla Kerr. Comes now back toward midfield. And now Roots. Running it down for the Jackets. It'll be a UWS throw. Here's Judnick again now. Back for Bergerson. And Megan Bergerson now will switch it wide side now. Charlie Lindsley. Sonia Root for the Jackets. Left-footed ball. And that'll be easy pickings here for Fuller as it comes into the 18. And she's going to take as much time as she can here. Fuller now will give it a ride toward midfield. Bergerson for UWS. Now Laria. Beth Schneider now for UWS. Up the middle now. It's Root. And she'll take another long-range shot. About 30 yards out. Easy pickings again here for Fuller. Toward midfield now. Here's Judnick. And playing it to the wide side. Kovala now for the Jackets. Schneider. Laria now. Carlson. Bren Crystal. Now Laria. And she overcooks that ball. Looking for Judnick. Goal kick here for Fuller. Now Laria stripped of the ball there by Ring. Bergerson now will play it all the way back for Quinn Clark. Still hasn't had to make a save yet. And now that one will go out of play far side. Throw here coming up. Judnick now for UWS. Crystal. Bergerson. Laria. Carlson now. Another throw here coming up. Lindsley now to the wing. Now Schneider. Bren Crystal now. Schneider. Throw coming up for Kraut now. Maria now playing it into the 18. Flag goes up. Would have been offside anyway, but it's grabbed here now by Fuller. Now Schneider. Lindsley now making her way forward. Lindsley now handing it off. Here's Kovala. Now Lindsley. Maria. Crystal. Now Schneider. Carlson. Crossing into the 18. Judnick. Root with the shot attempt. Falls for Cam Hill, and then her shot following up goes wide. And looks like we're going to have now a stoppage here with 32:20 left to play. Yellow Jacket fans, get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jacket Sideline store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket Sideline store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Goal kick here coming up for Fuller. Here's Hill now. Off the goal kick. Judnick outside Schneider. Now Kovala trying to get a shot away. That one deflects. Ball still loose. Trying to turn and get a shot away was Judnick. Again, didn't get good contact on it, and it rolls in on goal, and that's an easy save for Fuller. Now Hill. Playing it off from the corner. Overhit it, though, and it'll be a throw now coming up for Crown. Laria now back. Here's Bergerson. Lindsley now. Bergerson now lifting it to the far side. Here's Laria. Bryn Crystal. Here's Kovala. Kovala turning and getting a shot away, and that will be saved by Fuller. Sonia Root now for the Jackets. Lindsley. Laria now to the far side. Here's Carlson. And back in the Yellow Jacket territory. Kovala now sending it forward, looking for Judnick, and that one will be cleared away, and we'll have a foul called on Judnick. And now I'll throw for the Jackets near side. Lindsley now. Judnick hitting it right back in the path. Have Vanderheiden. Now Root. Sending it to the far side. And that one will be played out for Yellow Jacket throw. Am I right now as the Jackets going to make a substitution? Sophie Adler in for the Yellow Jackets as well. So it was Bryn Johnson. Throw now from Crystal. Here is Adler now laying it back. Crystal. Sophie Adler in the corner. Root. Kovala now dancing through some players. Held on too long. Now it's Root. Playing it wide. Here's Adler. Sophie Adler now crossing it in. Ball's loose. Now cleared away. Bryn Crystal. Her ball through the middle, cleared away. Now Bergerson. Lindsley. Bryn Johnson now for the Jackets. And that one's going to run long and out of play. And another goal kick here coming up. Fuller's goal kick. Johnson. Cleared now back near side into Yellow Jacket territory. Lindsley will run this one down. Clark. Laria. Sophie Adler. Adler for the Jackets. Bergerson. Now Lindsley. Kasha Kovala now stepping inside. Kovala for the Yellow Jackets. She'll switch the field now. Claire Laria. Kovala. Ball toward the 18 now. Popped up in the air. Root for the Jackets. As it's taken off of her foot. Now Camille Ring. Had it momentarily. Now Crystal. Bryn Crystal. Cam Hill now for the Yellow Jackets coming forward. Edge of the 18. That one takes a deflection. It'll be a corner kick. Number 8 of the game here for the Jackets. 25 minutes, 13 seconds remaining. Johnson from the near side flag. Spinning it inside. Cleared back up the middle. Lindsley's there for UWS. Laria. Now Adler. Sophie Adler for the Yellow Jackets now for Kovala. Now Root. And Root takes a long shot, and that one's, again, easily grabbed here by Fuller. Off the punt comes in Yellow Jacket territory. And a handball now going to be called on Megan Bergerson. It'll be a free kick now for Crown. Crown still looking for their first shot. This one comes in on target. Grabbed on a hop now by Quinn Clark. Free kick taken now by Ellie Schombacher. And Yellow Jackets trying to counter back. Laria picking out Adler. Adler's ball now in between a couple of different Yellow Jacket players, and it's cleared away. On the throw in for Emma Wright. Shots now 25-1. Still no score. Lindsley. Now Kovala. Steps around one defender. Kasha Kovala. Trying to play it for Adler. That one picked off. Ava Sweck. Taken back now by Adler. Now Root. Now Bryn Johnson. Jackets and Crown going to make substitutions and combine seven of them, at the next opportunity. Adler. Emma Wright now. And ball through the middle, that one picked off. We played now more than half of the second half, still no score. Caroline Gore, Julia Lindau, Lily Clocker, and Julia Taylor all back in for UWS. Gore now for the Yellow Jackets. Bryn Johnson. Now cleared back in Yellow Jacket territory again. Throw comes in now. Here's Clocker. Gore. Turning it over at midfield. Bergerson now for the Jackets takes over. Comes near sideline. Flips the ball over the top. Well played there for Wright. Emma Wright now for the Jackets. Edge of the 18. Steps inside. Gets a shot away, and the save will be made. Diving save by Fuller. One of her better ones of the game, and now that one will be cleared away. Throw coming up. Johnson will take it quickly here. Here's Wright. Johnson lifting it backside. Adler trying to run it down in the corner. Sophie Adler for UWS. Laria now. Trying to cross it in. That one will go out of play. Here's Wright now turning. Julia Taylor. Not who she was trying to lay that off for there. That one cleared away by Crown. Bergerson now. Here's Caroline Gore. Under 20 minutes remaining. I'd like to think the Jackals will find a way to get one in the back of the net at some point here, but it's been frustrating offensively for the Jackets all day. There's a pass from Taylor to nobody in particular, and it gets picked off. Laria now. Far side Adler. Leaves it outside now. Here's Clocker. Clocker taking it wide. Crosses it in. Here's an opportunity, and that one will skip wide. A couple of Jackets crashing on that one. Emma Wright was coming through. Bryn Johnson was also there, but again, not on frame. Another goal kick here coming up. Goal kick coming up the middle now. Lindow. And nobody there in a white jersey on that pass. Gore now. Johnson. Lindsley. Lindow. Johnson now. Flipping it over the top, looking for the backside runner. Adler trying to run it down on the corner. We go out of play. Throw comes in now, Lily Clocker. And we're going to have a foul called here, I think, or are they going to call an offside? Offside call on the Jackets. Now Lindsley will play on the near side. Here's Johnson. Far side now, Sophie Adler. Laria now continuing the run off in the corner. Throw for the Jackets comes in now. Cleared away again. Yet another throw. Clocker. Laria on this latest throw. Laria will do it again. And again. Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. Near side, Bryn Johnson. Emma Wright now for the Yellow Jackets on the right foot. Does well to pick out Adler, edge of the 18. Now Gore will turn and get a shot away, and that one off target. Stick around for a brief post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy once we go final here. Won't be much to talk about unless somebody scores a goal here. It's looking, with 15 minutes to go, admittedly less and less likely as this ball now sent over midfield. Laria. Bergerson. Lindsley. Lindau. This one will go out of play. Another throw here coming up. Lindsley wants to go quickly. And for Bergerson. Now Adler on the far side. Caroline Gore. Here's Lindau with her back to goal. Bryn Johnson. Team it on for Lindsley on the overlap. Lindsley now, left-footed ball into the 18. Skips through everybody. Picked up now by Laria. And Laria will just lob it into the arms of Fuller. 13:45 remaining. Bryn Johnson now for the Jackets. Lindau. Laria now. And then she commits a foul after turning it over. It'll be another free kick here coming up. Off the free kick now, Taylor. Adler now for the Yellow Jackets. Coming forward, Sophie Adler. Trying to play it for right. Gore. Jackets going to make a host of substitutions on the next opportunity. Now Johnson. And another one off the turf here for Fuller. Now Gore for the Jackets. Brings that one down. Now Taylor. And this one will be cleared away. That'll allow for the substitutions. Judnick going to come back in. Hill back in. Beth Schneider. Kasha Kovala also back in. Bryn Crystal also returns to the game. See if they can make a push here and see if they can finally find a goal here. Kovala now. Ball deflects. Cameron Hill now for the Jackets. Hill coming forward. Hill into the 18 now. Surrounded by players. Gives it back. Here's a shot attempt now taken by Crystal. Flex off traffic, comes right back. Crystal now. Gore. For the 18 now, Crystal. Back outside for Adler. Sophie Adler now crosses it in, and that one will be grabbed by Fuller. Looks like they've called maybe a foul on the Jackets here. The free kick. Now Gore for the Jackets. Taken off of her foot. Now Bergerson. And then she sends it far out of play for another throw. We're under 10 minutes now left. Cam Hill now. Taylor to Cook in for the first time. Charlie Lindsley now. Kasha Kovala weaving her way through traffic. Kovala does well to pick out Adler on the far side. Adler now trying to cross it in. Over the face of goal, nobody there. Schneider now on the weak side. And another goal kick. It's been the same story all day. Dragons have had the ball virtually the entire game. Lots of shots. But nothing in the back of the net. Shots now 28-1, including 16-1 on goal. But still nothing in the back of the net. Fuller's goal kick, and now this one will be played out off the right foot of Ava Chu. It'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley now. Judnick. Back for Lindsley. Schneider now. Gore now. Back for Kovala. Kasha Kovala. Crown with 10 in the box. Crystal. And now an offside against UWS. Crown's been playing 9-10 in the box the entire game. Hasn't made life easy, that's for sure. Throw now for the Polars far side. Crystal now getting stripped of the ball. Now Bergerson. Crystal. The Cook sprayed that one out of play. It'll be another throw now for the Jackets. Comes off of a Crown defender in the corner. DeCook will take the throw, Crystal. Trying to lift it in the 18. Clear back up the middle now, Gore. Lindsley. Kovala. The far side now, Sophie Adler. Cam Hill trying to dance her way through about 4 players. Has it cleared away. And another free kick now for Crown. Coming down to the last 5 minutes now. Gore now. Lindsley. And another handball here called against Bergerson. She was called on another one earlier on in the game. Offset free kick. Schneider. Lindsley. Kovala. And that pass too far for Beth Schneider. Vanderheiden takes the throw for Crown. Headed forward. Now here's Bergerson. Adler. The Cooks throw, and that one will be headed out. Throw in for Adler now in the corner. Bring Crystal to the outside, and that one will be cleared away. Adler's throw in. That'll go over the end line. It's looking a lot like the Yellow Jackets aren't going to score today. It'd be quite a moral victory for Crown at least. Came in 0-7-1 in the league. Still 3 minutes to play, but the Jackets haven't looked particularly close here for about the last 15 minutes or so. Schneider. Bergerson. Adler. Now Adler. Cutting inside. Gore. Lindsley will take a long shot, and that one will be grabbed easily by Fuller. I'll give Crown credit. If they can salt away these last 2 minutes, they'll have earned the tie. Still 2 minutes to play. See if the Jackets can get something going, but like I said, really haven't come close here so far. Had one good look from Emma Wright earlier in the half, but that's been about it. And a lot of knocking the ball back and forth, but again, just nothing toward goal, really. Now Cam Hill for the Jackets, top of the 18. Loses it again. Clear back up the middle. 1:38 to play. Lindsley now. Hill. Outside now Schneider. Now Kovala. Camille Ring now. And now Ring. A foot race with Bergerson. Clark now. 1 minute to play. And we'll stop the clock with 1:02 left. Clock restarts. We go under a minute. Bergerson just pumping a ball forward. Nobody there. Clear back over midfield. Headed back now by Lindsley. Now Clark. Ring. Handball. Half minute to go. Jackets can't afford to wait. To Cook with 20 seconds left. In the 18, now here's Hill. Trying to turn and get a shot away. And she'll be called on a foul. And the Jackets are going to settle for a draw. And Crown should celebrate. The Yellow Jackets got a lot to think about after this one. By the way, have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. We'll jump right into our postgame. Not much to say about it, but we'll jump into it. Postgame show today is brought to you by Synovus Energy and the Spirit Refinery. Synovus Energy, we energize the world to make people's lives better. Well, there's not much to say. There's no scoring in this one. And the Jackets, despite virtually all the possession and more than 30 shots, 17 of which on goal, can't find it in the back of the net, and they settle for the draw. Final numbers from this one. Jackets holding a 32-1 edge in shots, 17-1 in shots on goal. They had all 8 corner kicks. 10 of the 11 fouls in the game were called against UWS. 5 offside calls, goalkeeper saves, 17 for Rachel Fuller. 1 for Quinn Clark for the Yellow Jackets. And that pretty much tells the story of a game the Yellow Jackets really should have won, but could not find a way through. With the draw, the Yellow Jackets now 6-4-4 on the season. They are now 5-0-3 in the conference, while Crown is now 1-10-3 on the season. In conference, they are now 0-7-2. Up next for the Yellow Jackets, very, very tough challenge tomorrow as they get on to play one of the better teams in the region, St. Catherine down in St. Paul. I believe that's a 3 o'clock game. Let me make sure I check my notes on that one before I... Yep, tomorrow, actually 3:30 p.m. against St. Kate's. They'll be next at home on Tuesday, October 28th, taking on McAllister. That'll be a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. 7:30 p.m. the opening kick there, 7:15 the pregame with yours truly. Big thank you to Bradley Lellis, who was my engineer here at Yellow Jacket TV. A big thank you also to who tuned into Game 1 of our doubleheader. It's a tough one for the Yellow Jacket women, however, as they settle for the draw. Game 2, by the way, coming up in about 35 minutes or so. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We hope you'll join us again on the 28th as the Jackets returning home to take on the Scots. Again, that'll be our next broadcast. That's a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM, KUWS locally, and also on Yellow Jacket TV. So for Brad Lellis, this is Matt Johnson. One more time, repeating the final score. Yellow Jackets nothing, Crown nothing. Thanks for watching, everybody. The men's game coming up in about a half hour. This has been UWS Women's Soccer on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.